irony in it. But what I'm showing you this is this. If you did it once, you can do it again. You just got to tighten your mind up. You got to start turning your house into the temple. Even if you ain't dealing with geometry, get what they call geometry for dummies. All that for dummies books. Just start cracking it for yourself. You ain't gonna get it all, but as long as you get portions of it. Because in ancient Egypt, you had to be learned in 12 sciences and arts to be a priest. Not 1, 12. So you should start trying to pick up different kind of knowledge. Just, whatever it is, you might be interested in something, maybe you haven't taken the time to study it. Just a little bit at a time. You'll be surprised how much you will gather knowledge in a year's time, 2 years' time, 3 years' time. You'll be able to teach it after a while. And ain't never been to a Peckerwood school. You got to understand, none of these Africans that created these statues, these temples, these pyramids, ever went to a Peckerwood school. You don't need no Peckerwood to get knowledge. We can do this like we doing right now. We in a lecture format. But after this, we're going to go into a study group format where we'll be digging in them books. If you stick with me, I guarantee you that I can help you go up some levels. I'm guaranteeing you. And if I ain't got the knowledge, I know who I can go get to get you the damn knowledge. This is Senmut. This was her architect. Also, her lover, her man. I don't think they was actually married, but this kills the fact that she could have been lesbian. Had to bring that out. So she was not a lesbian. That's her daughter right there. Neferurah. That's her daughter right there. And that's her father, Senmut, one of the greatest architects that ever existed, behind Imhotep. But why don't we know of Senmut? He lived around 1480 BCE, 18th dynasty. Again, you see Heru to show you that the goddess was everywhere. She was not hidden. She was everywhere, out in the open. And matter of fact, you don't even see no male deities out there. They don't get this type of upfront airplay. They in the back on the wall somewhere. But you got the goddesses out front. Matter of fact, the goddess came before the god. The first male deity you gonna see is Ptah. All before Ptah was the great mother. And still is the great mother. You just don't know it. Heru. And because you see it all over the temple, you know why the Hebrews came out worshiping Heru. Even in India today, the sacred cow. They don't even eat cows because of the Africans that took that knowledge up in India. You seen Deviki and Krishna, you see that knowledge. And here's the Tekken, the obelisk that Hatshepsut put up at the temple of Karnak, the grand temple of Karnak. She even built on that temple Asar's phallus. And I'm showing you Hatshepsut next to her great-grandmother. And do you know, if you listen to it, Hatshepsut, and you know Sut come out of a chimney. Is it ironic? Even Tar, when we say Nefertari, is it a coincidence that those words mean black? Again, Heru, the golden calf. Now, you see this brother right here? He got to step before Ma'at. He's in the judgment hall of Ma'at. This is her scale. She grabbed him like, nigga, come here. We're going to see if you been on the square. We're going to weigh you. And that's her feather. That's on top of her head. Yeah, that's the heart. And you see Ampu and you see Heru, which are the two sons of Asar. You see them checking the scale. Nigga, we gonna make sure that the balance is correct. We ain't gonna have no funny business. We gonna give you a fair shake in a better way. And she's grabbing him, and she's at the same time, his heart is being weighed. And this is the other side of the papyrus. You see Tahuti Jehudi, he's the recorder. Just like you see in the court system. You see the court reporter that's recording everything. This is Amit. Half hippopotamus, half lion, half, if I'm not mistaken, crocodile. All three. If you ain't right, gonna take care of business. Gonna take care of business. Ain't no doubt about it. And then you got the 4 sons of Heru, representing north, south, east, and west, which they took and made the 4 gospel writers. That's right. Luke, Matthew, John, and Mark. You see them coming up out of the primeval waters. You will see these straggly lines like water that'll be down here. You also see that it's black, and you see the Nile representing the stem, and you see the Delta region represented in the lotus, and you see a saw sitting on the square. You see the 90 here. You see the 90 in the flail. You see the crook in the flail. You see the lotus here. You got to study all of that. It's telling you something. But this is the double hall of my eye. It's her hall. She's the damn judge. Because if you don't make it past that scale, you ain't gonna never see our son. Now you're looking at what they call the Venus of Willendorf. Ain't no damn Willendorf. His ancestors wasn't even, I don't even think they had went up in the cave to come up out of the cave. Our African ancestors, I don't even claim that they came from us. Anything that'll lay with an animal, rape babies, I don't have no connection to it whatsoever. So stop saying the cracker come from us. No, they did. Certain, it's just like certain cousins. You don't even communicate with them. Cut them off. They might have did something bogus and wrong to the family. You just don't even want to do. Certain limbs got to be trimmed off the tree. That right there, 24,000 years old. And you can see our queen right here, same style. Same style. This is her. You see the woolly hair up there? You understand what I'm saying? That she's pregnant. It's a fertility dye. This is the goddess. You don't get Ptah until around 10,000 BCE. This 15,000 years before Ptah. The goddess was first. Now you see these? This is the same representation that they found in China. The same fertility dyes. But they Chinese. They pregnant. You see when you see the breast, when you get pregnant, you know how your breasts begin to build up milk. You see it there. Now how did they get over there? And why are they black? Why is they always black? Is it a coincidence? It's not a coincidence. Because that's our people over there. They got a slant eye. I love this. You know why I love this? See who that is? That's Amun-Ra. That's king of the gods. You see what he's doing? He's giving offerings to Hathor. He's the king of the gods. And you see him? He's giving offerings to Heru. Now, if the king of the gods got to bow down to the queen, that shows you that all of the science that came up out of Africa had to come from the woman. She created the religion. She created the medicine. She even created the architecture. Everything comes from the woman. And he's giving praise. Now, if the king of the gods got to give praise, nigga, you know what you got to do. He's showing you the way. You emulate Amun-Ra. Give praise to her. She got to get right, though. She ain't going to get this type of respect unless she get right. But if she get right, she could get this type of respect. And the brother going to have to get right so he know the reason why he got to give her the damn respect. And it ain't up to you to give it to her neither. Damn it, you give it to her. If she's right, she ain't got to ask for no damn respect. You give it because it's automatic.